Match 45 sees an informed Lucknow Super Giants trying to take down a Delhi Capital side that have at least got the job done against KKR. But you still think Lucknow are the other form team going into this one. Making our fantasy team on Wonder Wins Presents ESPN Cricinfo Fantasy Pick. I'm Rana Kapoor with Dan Vettori. David Warner is a captain choice ahead of KL Rahul. I want your first reaction on that.
I probably still would have gone KL Rahul, but I think David Warner's obviously a fine player. And I think he's been the catalyst so far for Delhi, turning it around in the last little bit. And I think he'll be the one who pushes them towards those semi-finals.
Okay, so would you still go Warner? Rahul had one low score. He tends to fight back after those low scores with a big one. And he's back at the Wankhede Stadium where he enjoys such a good record. So let's see what our team suggests and what you'd like to do. But before I get to that, on Wonder Wins, 100 credits for you to build your fantasy team. 4 categories of players to choose from. Batters, bowlers, wicketkeepers and all-rounders. You can pick a maximum of 7 players from one team in any given contest, and every player's individual credit value is listed on Wonder Wins. Going to our top picks, captain choice for us is going to be David Warner. After those strings of 60s, he also got a decent 40 in the last one. So he is among the runs, and he's striking at over 158. So we're going for Warner as our captain choice. Avesh Khan as well, playing against his former franchise, who's been in pretty good form. He didn't get the bags of wickets in the last game against Punjab Kings, but coming back from injury, we think Avesh Khan wouldn't be too far away from your fantasy side. Captains give you double the points, vice captains 1.5 times, so we've gone for Warner and Avesh. KL Rahul does feature his extraordinary record of the Wankhede. He's already got a couple of hundreds this season, and you've got KULDEEP YADAV there, who's in a serious race with his good buddy Yuzvendra Chahal for the purple cap. So Warner, Avesh, Rahul, KULDEEP with Avesh as vice captain. Would you be tempted to swap that with KL Rahul?
Yes, I think I would. Yeah, I mean, KL Rahul's just been too good to ignore. So Avesh Khan, fine bowler, but he's still finding his way back from that injury.
All right, so KL Rahul might be a wiser option for vice captain. You could even go with him as captain. That depends on whether you want to go with the flow or maybe try something different with David Warner. You'd assume Rahul will get a lot of captaincy positions in those fantasy sides. Let's go to our differential picks, shall we? MOHSIN Khan is there. He made a difference, certainly, in the game against Punjab. They retained him and dropped a batter, Manish Pandey, to accommodate the returning Avesh Khan. And KRUNAL PANDYA, player of the match in that game, with that miserly 2-wicket haul that he picked up. We're expecting him to continue that sort of form, and he can also, of course, get you points with bat, can KRUNAL PANDYA. Looking at our full side, Quinton de Kock, KL Rahul, Rishabh Pant, lots of keeper options. David Warner is our captain choice. Deepak Hooda, Prithvi Shaw, KRUNAL PANDYA, Avesh Khan and KULDEEP YADAV, MOHSIN Khan and Chetan Sakaria. No place for Mustafizur Rahman. A lot of left-arm seamers there, but no fizz. Would you find room for him?
I think so. I think he's coming into form. He looks like he's bowling well, and he bowls in those stages where he's got a chance of taking wickets, particularly at the back end.
You want to give me a spanner in the wheel? Any room for a Mitch Marsh or a Rovman Powell? Any of those guys who could just turn it on at any point but haven't already?
Of course they can. I think they've got the opportunity to come into it. Now that you've read the list, I like KRUNAL PANDYA going up to captain or vice captain because I think his batting's going to come on the back of how well he's bowling. Okay,
that's a fair call. So Dan Vettori knows that better than anyone. Let's see if the all-rounder can manage to get some points in with bat and ball. He should be one of your top picks in that case. Remember, if you're not happy with how things are going, change it up at halftime. Wonder Wins lets you do that. This was Wonder Wins Presents ESPN Cricinfo Fantasy Pick.